Now El-Rufai is speaking and he's saying the allegations to pick him up. Must we have a country where there's no even opposition to talk? Please, I would like to point out, a lot of people can say El-Rufai has no justification to say all these things, but let's also ask, all the things he has said, are they lies? Has El-Rufai lied?
I don't know about the torturing of Godwin Emefiele in...
No.
What
El-Rufai lied?
I mean, we don't know.
As regards Emefiele, didn't they put Emefiele in incarceration and we see the ding-dong game they played as regards getting his bail?
Yeah, we saw that fight in front of
the victim.
Osama bin Laden of Kaduna State, and I can swear call him Osama bin Laden of Nigeria at the time. El-Rufai, the guy has become my friend though. After this thing I'm about to tell you, he might also end up becoming your friend. These guys, I speak to you, in with Tinubu, Pablo Escobar, they don't pull leg for the same trouser. El-Rufai, I want to show you a video where he called Pablo Escobar, he called Tinubu Pablo Escobar. Not only me now, not only goes on, he's referred to as a Pablo Escobar. El-Rufai is doing the same thing. Guys, I said they don't pull leg for the same trouser. Now, because T-Pain, right, threatened to, is going to arrest him. No, what T-Pain is doing now, any dissenting voice that speaks against his government, he pick them up. Madushehu, Sunday up till now, is still in detention. How about this guy? There's this guy, elder brother to Dati Baba Ahmed. He just arrested former NHIS, boss, right? He arrested him. Do you guys understand? And if I want to speak now, they are planning that against El-Rufai. So El-Rufai said, hey, he is ready. That they want him to go on the surface and he's not going. And they went for to call him Pablo Escobar. This video is quite a long one, but it's very, very interesting. You gotta watch it to the end. Now, why did I say he's not my friend? See, when it comes to this political fight, when it comes to fighting enemies of our nation, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. So long you are fighting Pablo Escobar, you are fighting his demonic policies. Forget our difference now. We are not friends. You understand? For now, I told you guys the other time, we need both the witches, native doctor, the pastor, the bishop, to come together now and fight this satanic, occultic, demonic government. Just imagine what they did against Nnamdi Kanu. I'm so amazed that the likes of Afenifere are speaking up. They are not Igbos, but they are speaking up in defense of Nnamdi Kanu. I expect our brothers in the north to do the same. Because what he's doing to Nnamdi Kanu now, he's doing it to Madushehu. He did it to, what's this guy's name? Dati Baba Ahmed Edabra. He may guess your turn tomorrow. So everybody must speak. So long the person is a citizen of Nigeria. Please, before you watch this amazing video, like this video, please share it. Let all Nigeria see it. It's very interesting.
Let's see it here.
All right, then. We'll follow up on the story. Let's take another story now. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, who has been critical of the Tinubu administration, has alleged a plot by the government to arrest, detain, and torture him, similar to the treatment of ex-CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. Well, El-Rufai made the claim in a post on X on Tuesday while responding to concerns raised by a supporter, Imran Wakili. In a post on his verified handle, Wakili had said he was hearing rumors of El-Rufai's possible arrest, to which the former governor responded that he was aware of the plot as messages had been sent to him through his relations. His tweet reads in part, "Don't worry, be happy. What will be, will be." He wrote, "Dear Imran, I have been hearing these same rumors of arrest, detention, and torture in some dungeon in the NSA's office where Emefiele was allegedly tortured to resign as CBN governor since July 2024, when the so-called report of the Kaduna Assembly began circulating. They freaked out when we challenged the legality of the premeditated defamation and went to every length to compromise the judicial process, and this is continuing at the Court of Appeal. They have sent such similar messages of intimidation and threats through many of my friends, family, political associates, because they want me to go on self-imposed exile. I have now put all my previous academic and language learning plans on hold and will spend more time in Nigeria than ever before. Silence is no longer golden. Inaction has never been an option. Well, he went on to talk about how he's not afraid of arrest, and then he followed up with, for the attention of the pathetic characters that don't sleep. Well, whenever I am in Nigeria, take notice that I intend to return in time for the launch of President IBB's memoirs, Inshallah, scheduled for 20th February. Thanks, Makiki. I mean, El-Rufai's tweet was quite cheeky. I thought I should read it. It was a lengthy tweet. But, he detailed how he felt. He's been speaking. I mean, he's one of the reasons we invited Daniel Bwala back on the show so that, we could address his sort of attack on the Tinubu administration. Rufai.
You see, the Tinubu administration should watch it.
Yes.
These attempts that any dissenting voices are picked up, it's not fair. A lot of people are linking that to what's happened to Professor Yusuf as we speak, although there was an initial case of corruption investigation on ground. Now El-Rufai is speaking and is saying the allegations to pick him up. Must we have a country where there's no even opposition to talk? Please, I would like to point out, a lot of people can say El-Rufai has no justification to say all these things, but let's also ask, all the things he has said, are they lies? Has El-Rufai lied?
I don't know about the torturing of Godwin Emefiele in...
No. Has El-Rufai lied?
I mean, we don't know.
As regards Emefiele, didn't they put Emefiele in incarceration and we see the ding-dong game they played as regards getting his bail?
Yeah, we saw that fight
Didn't they victimize Emefiele? Didn't you see the gestaporic side as how they went to pick up Emefiele? Did you see a great level of political motivation there? Why are we deceiving ourselves? Why are we deceiving ourselves in this country? So when you are not in cahoots with the central government, it becomes a problem. But other people can say these things and go scot-free with them. So I'm asking, is El-Rufai lying? All the things we've talked about, the fact that the North is not happy, are we not getting feelers from the North? Is he the only one speaking? All this marginalization they talked about, have we not sat here that even some Yoruba groups are complaining that Tinubu is packing Lagos boys there? Is it not here we sat down to discuss? So please, pick out the lie. Yes, you can make the argument, he has no justification. Like Bwala also made the argument that if he was given that position, if he had passed security screening, he would not be saying all of this. But as what he's saying today, is El-Rufai lying?
Well, I cannot vouch for El-Rufai. I mean, people just speak as much as they can. They are free to, this is a forum of public opinion at this moment. So we can't really vouch for El-Rufai. I don't know if
criticisms
some of the criticism we've seen, right?
You can say some are from a place of far grace.
Spite, yes. I've seen some.
It's only one life we live. All of us will die one day.
All right.
There is nothing El-Rufai has said, you get, that has not been spotted. Look at the case of when Najatu said what Nuhu Ribadu has said before.
Right.
Since they retorted as regards the things Nuhu Ribadu said about Tinubu before, has he responded with his lawyers?
He did. He responded
after that response, and the Najatu, they brought evidence out for him. Has he responded since then?
Roof is not lying.
The immediate cause, of course, is based on, obviously, Nuhu Ribadu as NSA. They're saying the fact that he criticized him. Is he not scared that they're now going to retaliate by holding him? Now, the unfortunate thing about this is the fact that there's actually an element of truth there. Like you said, Rufai, that we've seen political actors who are not in favor of this administration, and it didn't just start with this administration, who are then targeted, whether using agencies like EFCC or the DSS or different things to target them or their businesses. If you recall, with Delifa Rotimi's case, remember he granted an interview where he said what he felt was going to happen. And almost like a prediction, it did play out almost in the way that he said we're going to apprehend him, take him to Ekiti and all that. So the fact that El-Rufai is coming out to speak out ahead of time might not be completely false. It might be based, according to what he said, on information that he has received. Now that he has put it out on the table, I'm hoping that it will be a deterrent for them to, if they were planning to take out this action without any basis or proof proof as to why they should, they should take him in. Every Nigerian should enjoy the freedom of speech and expression, especially if it's not slander or libelous, whereby he's not telling pockies or he's not telling lies, where he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
In his own case, if they decide that he's not being truthful, then let them present an alternative fact to what he's saying, right? But what I feel is, and this is why I said earlier, I love when these political gladiators are at loggerheads, because it gives us as Nigerians the opportunity to know the truth and the behind-the-scene action. So play on, let them continue, and let them continue to reveal things that happen in the background, with regards to El-Rufai. Najat Mohammed accused Nuhu Ribadu. El-Rufai has come out to say that what he's saying, what I love about him, and hate him or love him, justification or no justification, he's always been quite fearless. He said, in fact, rather than run away, he will come and stay here. Do anything you want to do to him.
Yes.
He will come out of prison, and everybody must die one day.
All right.
So let him continue speaking the truth. We love it. But as long as it is truth, let him keep on exposing.
The controversial former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, says the relationship between President Bola Tinubu and the North has deteriorated less than 2 years into his administration, warning that he may be given the good luck Jonathan treatment ahead of the 2027 elections. El-Rufai made the statement in a post on his verified X handle yesterday titled 2027 Southwest Tinubu's Supporters Playing with Fire Part 1. The former governor's comments came as the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, yesterday urged Northerners nursing presidential ambitions in 2027 to bury the idea, insisting that Tinubu would serve his statutory 2 terms. El-Rufai had been attacking the ruling APC and the policies of the Tinubu government, even as political gladiators across party lines continued to mull the idea of floating a coalition capable of defeating APC. El-Rufai recalled that during the 2019 party primaries, he saw the way APC handled the primaries and wrote that if the party was not careful, it could go the way of the People's Democratic Party, which lost power after 16 years. He said he predicted that if APC did not return to its promised progressive path and ideology, but stayed obsessed with just winning elections at all costs, just like PDP, the ruling party could lose power at the federal level by 2031.
Since July 2024, when the so-called report of the Kaduna Assembly began circulating, they freaked out when we challenged the legality of the premeditated defamation and went to every length to compromise the judicial process, and this is continuing at the Court of Appeal. They have sent such similar messages of intimidation and threats through many of my friends, family and political associates because they want me to go on self-imposed exile. I will not. I have now put all my previous academic and language learning plans on hold and will spend more time in Nigeria than ever before. Silence is no longer golden. Inaction has never been an option. The arrest, detention, and torture of perceived political enemies are nothing new in human affairs. I have been arrested and detained thrice in the past for expressing my views of previous governments. There is always a morning after the arrest or detention or torture, and political life continues. For the attention of the pathetic characters that don't sleep well whenever I'm in Nigeria, take notice that I intend to return in time for the launch of President IBB's memoirs, inshallah, scheduled for 20th February. Reacting to his father's post on his verified X handle, his son, Bashir El-Rufai, who is a House of Representative member, referred to Tinubu as Pablo Escobar. He said, "Now the biggest mistake Pablo Escobar and his henchmen will make." And all hell broke loose under his comment section. This is not new, by the way. El-Rufai himself has made such references in the past. Around 2019-2020, he was being asked whether the rumor circulating at the time was true that he would deputize Tinubu whenever he decides to run in 2023. He responded in a very condescending manner and made references about drug lord and all that. So it's not new. It shows that they know all his checkered past. They know all his illicit dealings in the past. They are aware of all this, but they still rooted for him during the presidential election just because of politics and maybe political expediency. They already had a deal within them in the APC, the CPC, AC, and all the factions that made up APC. They supported Buhari, who came from CPC. It was now time for them to support a candidate from the AC. So they did all they did based on political expediency, not that they love themselves. That's why you don't need to join them in nitpicking and maybe challenging El-Rufai. No, allow them to do it themselves. Let them fight each other. Because if you keep attacking El-Rufai, that means they might make up one day. They might say, is it not better to join us? Let us mend fences and go forward. Because the people you want to join in opposition are also attacking you and pushing you to our side. Or are you going to stand alone? So people need to take advantage. They need to use their brains instead of their hearts.
We're in the same party. We get along very well, as far as I know.
Do you want him retired? Is he godfather of Lagos?
I don't know if he's the godfather of Lagos. It's up to him to say that. What I know for sure is that we have retired godfathers in Kaduna. And I have told those that asked me the question that there are 6 million registered voters in Lagos and only 1 million voted in the last election. So there are 5 million people that you can bring into the electoral playground and you can defeat anyone if you work hard. But it's hard work. It's 4 years.
El-Rufai supported the Muslim ticket. He did everything to justify it. In fact, in one video in Kaduna, he told people that what they did in Kaduna, because at that time he had a Muslim deputy, that it will be repeated at the national level over and over again until it becomes normal. He said it, but today it is the same El-Rufai that has been criticizing the current administration in Nigeria, even in the most conservative core north, because everyone have now seen that, hey, it is not about religion, it is not about Christian, Muslim, it is about delivering the services, delivering the goods. And they can see that they have failed woefully in delivering the goods. They have failed completely. Whatever they felt he promised, he never promised anything, by the way. Whatever they were anticipating he would have done, he has shown that he's not going to do anything. Rather, he's busy punishing Nigerians with taxes. More taxes, more taxes. Imagine dropping 3 taxes on Nigerians within 1 week. What have the government done to help Nigerians? The people that pay these taxes, don't they ever get anything in return? To them, it's all about taxes, and increasing new taxes. But they can never give account of the revenue they've earned already. If you look at the budget, you will see that these people are not even interested in good governance at all. They waste money on all sorts of things, budgeting billions of naira for things that will never turn around the fortunes of Nigerians. Are we going to talk about the renovated mansion of the vice president? 21 billion naira wasted, and up till now, he's not even living in the mansion. So it means that it wasn't even an emergency at the time they made that budget. There was no need to spend billions of naira renovating that mansion because Shetima lives elsewhere. This is the same Abuja where we have thousands living in IDP camps. The government can't even relocate them back to their homes. Imagine what 21 billion naira would have done for all those people living in IDP camps if the government spent that amount to relocate them. So people should focus. Don't start nitpicking. This person did this, this person did that. Who is without sin? Let the person cast the first stone. Thanks for watching.